Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger on the Wii Virtual Console. It's time to finish up Frog's side quest here. These carpenters have finished up their second bit of work here on the runes. And that'll give us access to Cyrus's grave. And that will give us access to a cutscene in which Frog will unlock the true power of the Masamune and basically get his ultimate weapon. Now, if you're doing a new game, plus you want to keep the Brave Sword in your inventory, which is Frog's penultimate weapon, because you only get the upgraded Masamune after doing the side quest. So, you know, when you're starting the game off, you want to just give him a really good sword, and the best sword you can get, other than the Masamune here, would be that Brave Sword. So make sure you just keep that in your inventory, don't sell it, just for the new game plus. So, Frog has a conversation with Cyrus. Cyrus basically says he's proud of what Frog has done. He can rest easy knowing that Frog, has turned into a great warrior and he's able to protect the queen. Defeated Magus. The interesting thing is you can actually come back here. You can go to do this cutscene, this side quest, with Magus in your party, and the dialogue doesn't change. So, it must be weird to have Cyrus's ghost come out and see the guy who killed him and turned his best friend into a frog, standing beside him. So now Frog's gonna get this, like I said, upgraded Masamune. And once we get this cutscene, we can go back to the carpenters and hire them again to complete the repairs on the rooms. And they basically fix up the third floor. There'll be some really good treasure up there, but there's also be some pretty tough enemies right in a row. So we're actually going to, defeat some enemies, save the game, and then come back in, clean up the enemies then second time. Luckily, the enemies don't respawn when we leave, so the warding on the gravestone has changed there now. We went from like the fool who challenged Magus to the knight avenged by his friend Glenn. We're going to skip getting any of the treasure here because we will double dip, that way we can get it in the present, and then we can come back get it in the past. Some of the treasure chests, there's actually going to be 3 treasure chests that are like those mana machine chests, where we have to open them up but not take the contents out, and then we get the upgraded version. There'll be 2 weapons, and including Marle's ultimate weapon, and then basically 2 really good pieces of armor. The best armor in the game in terms of defense, this Moonbeam armor. You get 85 defense and gives plus 10 magic defense, but if you're maxing your characters out, they're naturally going to max out their magic defense anyway, so that bonus of plus 10 magic defense isn't all that important. So the unupgraded armor, which we actually get through here if we took it right now, the Nova armor is actually a little bit better. It has 3 less defensive points for 82, but it grants status immunity, which allows us to equip better helmets on our characters, and better accessories. So we got these ghosts, these reapers again, we fought them before. They have an attack like the new, where they will take you down to 1 hit point. These are not the enemies we're worried about. We're worried about these acid-type enemies in the next room. They are pretty annoying, and they come with those skeleton monsters. And that's, I guess, what makes the group annoying. The skeleton monsters are really, really fast, hit really, really hard, and normally we were fighting all the enemies at once, trying to take them out with like Fire 2, Water 2 spells. But if you attack those acid-type enemies, they have really strong counterattacks. So we basically have to take out the skeletons first, and then take out the acid creatures. So the dual tech is going to come in handy because those acid creatures have really good evade. But remember, dual techs, they have 100% accuracy. Never miss. So we'll get to see Frog and Luca put their one of their dual techs, the red pin. If you have Crono in your party instead of Frog, you can use the Fire Sword instead. But either one will work. They're both going to be fire elementals. So those, in order to prepare for those battles up ahead, we're going to heal ourselves up here. I'm actually going to go into the future and get that armor, the moon armor, and then I can come back in the past and get the Nova armor, and that'll just help with Frog's survivability. Yeah, we're gonna have to use we fight those skeletons and those acid monsters. We're actually going to end up using some shields to help survive those fights. Between episodes, I'm going to head back to Dora Mountain, where Masamune are, and farm some shields and barriers. Also, once you unlock the true potential of the Masamune, Frog can get a rock up there. One of the freelancers is throwing rocks, and if you have Frog at the front of your party, he'll throw the rock and Frog will catch it. I think it's the gold rock, and that allows a triple technique to be done. The Grand Dream between Marle, Frog, and Robo. So let's head on up. Since we're in the present here, we can grab these chests and they'll be still available in the past. If you got them in the past, though, of course, they're already open, so you couldn't get them in the future. Present here. There's the moon armor, good armor. Like I said, but we'd rather have the Nova armor in the end because it, like I said, it protects those status. Gives us status protection. There'll be enemies that are common in the Black Omen that you can steal or charm the more Nova armors off. So eventually we're going to have Frog, Robo, and Crono with the Nova armors. Unfortunately, the ladies can't wear the Nova armor, so they're going to have to get their, they will get their status protection from a different piece of equipment. From these helmets, these prism helms, which basically locks their status. So if they enter battle without any status, their best weapon or best armor will be these dresses, prismatic dresses. And those are kind of, both can be, you're kind of given a choice after the Rainbow Shell quest on which one you want. We'll take 3 helms because the dresses we can charm off other enemies later on. Alrighty, let's go fight these acid type enemies. Some characters up. I'm gonna move those shields up. Yeah, the shields up. That's the one that's going to protect against the physical attacks. I'm gonna set the battle speed for kind of slow, so that I can think between, actions. Alrighty. So we want to take out the skeletons first, because luckily those bases, they don't do a lot until after you attack them. Then they start doing their counterattacks and are really annoying. So we just want to get rid of the skeletons first. Like I said, they hit hard. They can pretty much wipe out Marle in 1 hit, Luca in 2 hits. Frog can survive about 4 hits because he has the safe helm on. But yeah, if those if we kept one of the skeletons, if both skeletons were alive, they both decided to double attack, like say Luca, then we lose her, or if they just attacked Marle, we'd lose somebody there. So yeah, really, really annoying. We're just going to rely on the red pin to take these guys out. Like I said, it doesn't miss, and they all have that fire weakness. as long as you don't basically provoke the bases that are attacking you by hitting everyone with a hit-all attack, you should be able to survive the battle. And hope you get a red pin off before one of the skeletons go. So, we're going to have a similar battle to the one we just had there. Heal ourselves up, just to be safe. Finish this battle off and unlock those treasure chests. But once again, we're not going to collect the contents because we're going to go to the present and get the contents first. Like I said, we'll get the upgraded weapons from them, and one of them is Marle's best weapon. So Luca has her. No, Luca doesn't have her best weapon yet. She gets that from the Sunstone quest. Basically, two characters with their best weapons: Frog and Marle, the two water characters. Marle will be seeing a little bit of more action. I'll be taking her up to, like I said, Dendora Mountain to when we charm the shields off the ogres and barriers off the freelancers. Give us some extra tech points. We'll also take Luca up there. I'll just show off real quick like one battle. Most of the battles I'll be doing off screen. Just those goblins, those ogres, how much easier they are when you have Luca in your party, because she can light their hammers on fire, and then if you do that, then their defense really, really lowers. It's like they're like hammers give them defense. I was gonna say like Deceiver the axe in Ultima 8, but that's an axe, not a club. Nova armor. Like I said, best armor for the males, because like I said, it prevents them from getting status. That looks so. And now the runes side quest is done. All you gotta do is get some treasure, and notice that the runes, their name has changed from Northern Runes to Hero's Grave. The name changes once you, like I said, see that cutscene with Cyrus. So yep, Hero's Grave. So, in the present, you always want to go down to Cyrus's grave anyway. We always did that earlier, but there's a magic tab there. Looks like we got that chest over there. I know we got the armor. Now let's get these two weapons. One is for Crono, and one is, like I said, for Marle. Shiva Edge. They're Hindu goddesses, Shiva and Kali. Siren and the Valkyrie. Siren was those sea creatures, those mermaids type that called the sailors in was it the Odyssey? Ulysses had his men tie him to the mast so we can hear the sirens call and not jump off the boat and go after them. Valkyries, like Norse female warriors. Your class in Ogre Battle. Still gotta do another playthrough of Ogre Battle. An evil playthrough. And then I got some other games to play with the Ogre Battle series. Tactics Ogre and Ogre Battle Knights of Lotus. Grab these items there. Got the Hyper Ether. Now I guess we'll go back in the past here. We already collected the treasure in the present, so we can grab it in the past. Go grab those older weapons here. Like I said, since we already got the alternate weapons, the upgraded versions, we can just sell these weapons for some cash. And cash will, of course, continue to buy our mid-tonics, ethers, mid-ethers, all that stuff. Not really important anymore, cash, for the most part. Valkyrie on there. Doesn't cast any status ailments, but still like the best attacker in terms of pure damage. 4 times damage and critical. It's too bad the Shiva Edge doesn't have Crono's ultimate weapon, the Rainbow Sword, has a 70% chance to crit. Too bad the Shiva Edge doesn't have that. Otherwise, I guess it would be too overpowered. Yeah, Crono's gonna become even though at level 1 he'll be a crit machine, we'll max out his power. Alrighty. So now we're going to head over here to the Giant's Claw. Like I said, this is the beginning of the Rainbow Shell quest. I'm going to put Aelia in here because this dungeon is basically it ties back to the reptiles. We're going to see that it's kind of a combination of the caves and the old reptiles lair where we fought Izela. Just gonna switch items around here. Give Aelia the safe helm. She'll be doing some charming mail at the end. This is a good quest to take care of, even though the enemies are kind of tough, because we can charm another red mail off the boss, and that'll allow us to take care of the Son of Sun side quest. It gets Luca's ultimate weapon, and a few good accessories without any danger, because we'll have somebody, we'll have 2 red mails and 1 red vest. You could at this time also go back to Prehistoria, and there's a new item you can get from the trading hut. This new type of ruby armor, but not necessary with the red mail. So take care, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!